Hey everybody, it's Lindsay, back for day 7, pre-op VSG liquid diet. Got 8 days to go till surgery day. So this time, next Sunday, I will be, if I don't already have my things together, I will be getting my things together to go to the hospital. So let's talk about the past week. There's been meltdowns. There has been hunger, definitely hunger. There has been anger, hangriness, irritability, weakness, dizziness, feeling sick, even having some chest discomfort. Which is a little scary. There's been a lot of self-doubt, a lot of fear of letting go of the life I know, fear of letting go of food, fear of changing my life, fear of failure, fear of eating food again and regaining weight. It's been a lot of fear. It's been hard. I've cried. I've had hissy fits. I have said terrible, tacky, awful things. I have yelled at God. I have prayed. I've done a lot of things. I would call this point, or the pre-op liquid diet, the point of desperation. Because you get to the point where it tests you mentally into the max and you feel like you can't take anymore. You can't take another day. You can't take another minute. You can't take another second of having liquids. You can't handle it, and you want something to eat so bad. And like I've said before, I don't get Jell-O. I don't get pudding. Nothing like that. I don't even get popsicles. I get broth. I get Crystal Light. I get water. I could have juice, but I'm not really a juice person. But I may actually have to get some because I've been having with my issues with my blood sugar going a little low. So, I'm so sick and tired of broth. Like, I cannot even tolerate the smell of chicken broth at this point. I've been having chicken bouillon instead. It's much better, but chicken broth, to smell it makes me want to throw up. I cannot tolerate chicken broth. Like, just out of the thing. Like, Swanson's chicken broth, no, not happening right now. I can't. And I tried the beef broth, can't do that at all. And then the veggie broth was really good for a few days. Not even liking that now. So, kind of SOL at this point. I still have another 7 days to get through. One of those days being clear liquid only. No protein shakes to get me through. Just clear liquids. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, by the way. If I turn the light off up there, it's going to be way, way too dark. So, I have wanted to quit every day and every minute of this diet. I have felt so many times like I couldn't take it anymore. That my body couldn't take it. My mind couldn't take it. The food addiction is just so strong. And You know, my husband didn't even know. I'm gonna take my glasses off because this glare is really bugging me. So, my husband didn't even know how bad this food addiction was. He knew that I'd said I had a food addiction. He knew I had a problem with overeating. Obviously had a really big weight issue, but he didn't know the extent of the food addiction that I have. Like, the person closest to me didn't know. I knew that it was this bad. However, I've never been strong enough to resist it before. So, the fact that I've made it 7 days, and I haven't cheated. I have not put 1 ounce, 1 drop, 1 anything of solid food in my mouth in 7 days. And I don't know why. I'm so miserable. I could very easily get in the car and I could drive to McDonald's. I could drive to Sonic. I could drive to Brahms. I could drive to Taco Bell. I could go to Subway and get a sandwich. I could go to Pizza Hut and get a large pizza with beef and mushrooms and onions and extra cheese and all those things that I liked before. I could go do that. There's nothing stopping me. I could walk into the kitchen. I could eat those noodles out of the ramen noodles. I could eat little granola cups, peanut butter or almond butter granola cups. I have string cheese in there. I could open the freezer and get ham out of there. And at this point, I could eat it frozen, as hungry as I am. But I haven't. So the 7 days of torture, I haven't done it. I could have. I could go do that right now. You know, we just got back from looking at the Festival of Lights over at Ardmore. We just, I sat in the car as my husband ate a double meat Whataburger with cheese. Smelled amazing. Not gonna lie, smelled amazing. Did my best not to even look over there. I tried to ignore the smell. He doesn't like to eat in front of me, which is very sweet that he takes that into consideration, and he doesn't want to do that. I've been able to stand it lately. But I was telling him, I was like, well, don't go here because I really, really, I really like that. And don't go here, don't go there. And I was like, whatever you do, don't go to Taco Bueno. Please don't go to Taco Bueno. And he was like, I wouldn't do that to you. So I still have those places that I want to go and things that I want to eat so bad. I would love a bean burrito right now more than anything. That's what I'm craving today. For some reason, all my cravings have pretty much been Mexican food. I could go for a burger, but they've all pretty much been Mexican food other than that, which is my favorite. So, I know I'm kind of rambling here, but yeah, I haven't cheated. I feel like an idiot because I haven't cheated. I feel like, what is wrong with me? Like, why haven't I cheated? When I feel like I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even want to have the surgery. I don't want to change. The majority of me doesn't want this. But I have that one annoying, infuriating, ridiculous part of me. That 1% of me that wants to do this. And it's part of, I'm worried about what people would say, what people would think if I quit. And I don't want them saying, oh, look, she's just fat. She can't even do a surgery. She can't do anything right. I don't want my family, especially my grandmother. My grandma, oh my gosh, she is hateful. Let's just say it. She's hateful. And she says whatever and does not care. And has always been quick to point out how fat I am. How bad I look. Something wrong with my hair. You'll have this and you'll feel better. I know you'll look better, but you'll feel better. That's my grandma impression. But I know that, and my mother, who has passed away, was actually 9 years ago. 7 years. How many years was it? 9 years ago yesterday. My mother was like her, of course, because that's how my grandma treated my mom. But my mom was very critical of me too. So all my life, all I've ever heard is criticism from my mom, from my grandma, from other people. You know, because when you're fat, for some reason, people take it upon themselves and they think you need to know, that they need to inform you that you're fat. Because I guess they don't think you know. But you really need to know this, and people need to remind you, and they need to scold you, and they need to let you know what a menace to society you are because you're fat. How worthless you are. How you can't do anything right. What a failure you are because you're fat. So, yeah. I'm afraid of what people are going to think and say if I back out. I don't want to disappoint my husband. Even though he says it's my decision and he will support me, whatever that decision is, I don't want to disappoint him. And I don't want his family thinking, he just had to marry a fat girl. The other part of me is scared of having the surgery because I'm still afraid that something could happen and I could die. And mostly from being put to sleep. It's the anesthesia that scares me the worst, which I've had surgery before, been put under about 3 different times, never had any issues, but this time it scares me. But I have more health issues now. So, excuse me. But yeah, there is a lot of things that make me want to quit. But the biggest one is food, because I want to eat, because that's what makes me happy. That's the thing that has always made me happy. No matter how I was feeling, that food was there. So, anyhow, that's kind of what's been going on in my mind for the past 7 days. That's been the mental struggle, the battle. The struggle is real. And I think day 3 was probably the worst day physically. I couldn't say what day has been harder. Mentally, they've all been about the same. But physically, day 3 was the hardest. It was terrible. I felt terrible. felt like I barely had the energy to breathe. So, you guys saw me talk about that in a previous video. But yeah, so haven't had my protein shake for the night. Haven't had any bouillon or anything like that. Haven't drank as much water as I should have. That's one thing I've been struggling with. I've been drinking a lot of unsweet tea, but not that much water. Need to change that. Need to work on that. But, so yeah, got another 7 days to go. 8 days till surgery, and here's hoping I don't totally lose it and change my mind before then. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.